Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today's gonna be sort of a haul slash sale alert slash try on slash talking about the future of a brand. Wow, that's a lot to pack in. I am here to share all of my Haus Labs goodies that I got. The brand was having a sale recently. It was like anywhere from I think 20 to 40% off certain products. I did pick up quite a slew of them. I actually kind of like got the package and then sort of forgot to haul it in my last like spring haul. And I was like, yeah, I should try all that stuff on. And then my friend Colin over at Queer Bones had posted that the brand is 50% off right now. You can only buy on Amazon right now because the Haus Lab site is like locked out. There's like something brand new is coming. I think there's a rebrand going on. Who knows what's up? And now I have all this makeup that it looks like is going to be leaving the building. But I wanted to try all of it on for you to let you know in case you wanted to go snag some deals. I have tried several Haus Labs items. I do have quite a few that I enjoy, so I definitely wanted to pick up some of my favorites. I picked up a couple of other people's favorites, creators that I know that I was sort of like picking their brains. I have quite a bit here to share with you, and I thought that if you were looking for a good deal on some of this makeup, I would let you know. So we're gonna get into this right now. We've got a lot to swatch, we've got a lot to put on the face, but if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Like I said, we're gonna dive right in. Right now, all I have on my face is foundation and a bit of concealer. What did I do for foundation? I did a mix of the MAC Studio Water Weight Foundation and the Buildable Blur CC Cream from Thrive Cosmetics. Honestly, this one's too light, this one's too dark. I feel like I'm still a little too dark. We might put a little bronzer here to like match that up. I'm just trying to get rid of a few things. And then I did go through with some concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in Almond, just to kind of get a base going. But I literally have everything else that I'm going to need. Other than mascara, I don't have a mascara from Haus, but I have everything else I'm gonna need plus some. So we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna zoom you in. All right, like I said before, I have tried out Haus Labs several times now. I did recently just try out a few of their Casa Gaga items. I will go ahead and link that video down below if you do want to see it. That's a great way to be able to see a few items put on because I did try on everything that I got, so I'll make sure to link that one down below. I also have a video from like many moons ago from Kelly in the Basement days that I'll try to dig up, and I'll put that one down too. That was like right when the brand launched, so if you want to see me hanging out in my basement and the baby Kelly of YouTube, you can go ahead and check that video out too. But I did try out a few of those things as well. But we do have a lot to try on right here. So we're going to dive in with the PhD Hybrid Lip Oil. So this is a sheer hydrating lip oil. It says it gives a custom pH pigment. That's always just like a little like marketing to me, but it probably just means that everyone will have a slightly unique shade, which I think is actually kind of the case with any sheer product. But this is the shade Tint, and like I said, everything is 50% off. At least I'm pretty sure that everything is 50% off. So this right now is $12. So we're just gonna put this on now to give a bit of hydration and do a little try on before we get into some lip products later, because I got some lip products, y'all. I got some lip products. So we're gonna pop this on. I know that Colin actually really likes these, so they were saying that they were gonna pick up a couple backups maybe. So we're gonna pop this one on. So this, I think, looks a little like scary in the bottle because you're like, whoa, but you know, obviously you're not gonna get that much on your lips. Oh, this is pretty. And I had nothing on my lips. Like I was going to put on a little bit of a balm earlier today and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for that oil because I really wanted to see like how much this would hydrate. But I could tell even when I like picked up my mirror right where the edge of my lip line was, it had already like made a difference in the pigment because I like missed a little bit of the edge of my lip, and it definitely has more color. This is this pretty like slightly orchidy shade. Sorry for whatever's going on out there, but we're just gonna keep on going, folks. We got a lot of makeup here, so love that so far. Wow, okay. I'm trying not to go and buy a bunch of things. But I will tell you, there's already one product in here that the minute I opened it, I had to swatch it. And I was like, ooh, if this is nice, I might have to go get more. We'll get into that in a second. All right, lips are on. We'll see how this goes. It feels very nice. It's not a runny lip oil. You know how some of them are just like, look. I could see, I'm not gonna lie, I could see getting more of these because it has a very balmy lip oil texture. Yeah, So you know that I like the Catrice Powerful 5 balms. This is a little bit, I'm gonna say thicker. This is a little bit thicker. I really like this. Okay. Anyway, let's move into some things for the face. So, oh, you know what I'm going to do right away is I'm going to do some brows. I feel a little bit weird not having my brows done, and I did go ahead and pick up one of the brow pencils because they are normally $20, so half off at $10. I think that's a good price for a good brow pen. So this is the Edge Precision Brow Pencil. So this is the shade Soft Brown. I'll go ahead and give it a little swatch here. I know that like tiny little pencil swatches are sort of hard, but this, it looks to be like a good neutral brown. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, so I'm gonna give this a go. I'll probably just speed this up as I go through and give you my final thoughts. It does have a spoolie on the other side, by the way. All right, this is going on pretty well. I will say that the color is like probably just a bit warmer than I would normally do, just because like my brow hairs naturally are pretty dark and cool, but I don't like to go quite as cool as what I am. And my microblading has just faded out really cool over time, so I do like something that's just a little bit warmer. I don't know, from afar, this works. I almost wish that I had gotten the one, like one stage down. For $10, honestly, if I end up liking this, I might go back and snag another. I have a feeling, so this has 0.07 grams in it. So that's not a crazy ton of product, but I actually just looked at the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and that one has 0.08. So just a slight bit more. So actually, that's for $10, that's a pretty good price. So we'll have to see how this goes. Anyway, I'm gonna do this other one and we'll move on. Okay, I did go ahead and just run through some brow gel. I went through with the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and I kind of cleaned up the top of my brows. I was going for like a little hairy, and the color just isn't right for that. I have recently mostly been using brow wax and then like a little brow pen to just like get a little feathery moment. But on days where I just want something quick, or on days where I want something more defined, I've been reaching for a brow pencil. So for $10, that's not bad. I will let you know if I don't let you know at the end of this video in like editing. I will let you know in a pinned comment, because I'm going to try to wear all of this makeup for as long as possible so that I can give you a review on the wear time of it. At least obviously the things that I haven't tried, which are quite a few here. So that's brows. Now we're gonna move into the face. All right, so first we're gonna go through with the Heat Spell Bronzer and Highlighter Duo. I'm going to be honest, I'm gonna hold off on the highlighter because I have a highlighter that I want to use, and this one honestly looks like it might just be a little too golden for me. I got the duo Kindle and Ember, so this is, I would say this is a bit on the like neutral to warm side, and the highlighter is definitely more of like a gold. So let me swatch these out for you. Ooh, oh, this bronzer feels like a cream to powder. It's not, but the powder feels so creamy. Wow, wow. Okay, I don't think that this is necessarily going to be the right shade for me with the highlighter, which is fine. But so, I mean, this is going to be a very, very pretty bronzer though, but that highlight is never going to be a highlighter for me. What it might be is like if I just want like a one and done summer face, I can go ahead and like whisk that on over the bronzer for just like a little J-Lo moment. But that is very, very nice. Wow. Okay. Already I'm like, I haven't even tried it on my face. I gotta try it on my face first, but then I'm already kind of saying like, I'm probably gonna go back and get a different shade because that is very nice. I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty pigmented, but also like kind of buildable, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go into Kindle. That's the bronzer shade. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna use that Ember shade. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna be a bit dark for me. Oh, okay, yeah. Glad I went through with the duo fiber brush. By the way, I'm just using the Luxie 516 duo fiber powder brush. So these do get a little bit of kick up in the pan. It's a really, really pretty bronzer, but it's definitely a warmer bronzer in my opinion. I do believe on the website, it did have like undertones mentioned, but on Amazon it does not. So, and like I said, the the website is like on lockdown right now, so I can't really get any info from there. But I have to say, I am really, really, really liking this. Like, I have a hard time with powder bronzers sometimes because they can just get like a little patchy and skippy. I really like something that's has that bit of like buttery blend. And I like something that has more of like a satin feel. This is definitely that. By the way, these are right now, they are $13. That's a good price. That is definitely a good price. I'm gonna go ahead and take a big brush. I've got a big fluffy Real Techniques brush, and we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little bit down here, since I seem to have put on a little bit too much of the Thrive into my mixture that I did. Okay, now I feel like I had a vacation moment. That definitely balanced out just a little bit more. Already feeling bronze, already feeling bronze. So now, here is the product. Here is the product that right away I sort of flipped out over. I mean, this looks so, so stunning. This is the blush duo in Flirt and Fling. So this right away, I mean, this highlight, so this to me looks like a peach and a rose gold had a baby, and then this is this like stunning, I don't know, like peachy terracotta, rosy terracotta. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So right away, when I opened this up, I immediately thought of the Wayne Goss spring blush launches. So I wanted to pull those out to show you. I want to get these on the face first because I'm really excited. So I'm going to go through with the Wayne Goss 14, and we're going to take that shade Flirt, the blush. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, I would say that I am like a light to medium skin tone, definitely lighter right now because we haven't really had much sun here in Wisconsin, I'm not gonna lie. I think that like the foundation I put on though maybe kicked me more into that light medium. But I am 40 years old and I have normal to dry skin. So if any of that like helps you kind of make a decision when I'm using face products, just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, this shade is a stunner. It's a stunner. It looks really beautiful. It is more of like a matte, but not like a chalky matte. Like it is definitely almost like a little more satin in the feel of it, not necessarily in the finish. I think it's a fairly matte blush, but we are going to go ahead and throw on some highlighter right over the top of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that Fling. I will say I'm getting quite a bit of kick up in these pans though, which doesn't bother me, but if it does bother you, I just wanted to notate it. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Well, these definitely have the ability to get very, very, very shiny. I always, if I'm using a powder highlight after I apply with a brush, I always take my fingers and just kind of like blend it in though. Wow, this is pretty. Oh my gosh, this is pretty. I definitely picked a set of shades that will be perfect for me. Like I will use this. I'll use it this spring. I'll use it this summer. I could see using it in the fall. By the way, the lips are feeling good. I think they look good too. It just adds a little bit of a color. I saw that there was like a more orangey shade. Tempting, tempting. Okay, I don't know what Lady Gaga has planned for this brand. Everything is very secretive. Like the whole Instagram account is like wiped clean. There's like a something new is coming, exciting future kind of like one post. So on 5/8 at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, they're supposed to be announcing what's up. But I tell you what, I'm already impressed. I wish that I had tried more of these before because I feel like a lot of people are missing out. I'm gonna go grab those Wayne Goss blushes really quick so we can compare. Okay, so this is the Sweet Wildflower palette from Wayne Goss. There we go. So this I think has a very similar tone as far as the blush goes. It's obviously just darker. The highlight though is definitely more peach and pink. I think this leans a little bit closer to the Desert Blossom, which I'm gonna show you. Okay, so here is the Desert Blossom duo. You can see that the blush in this one is a little bit more pinky and a little bit more cool toned, but I would say that the highlight, I did swatch it, the highlight is a little bit more like champagne rose gold, whereas this one is like a peachy rose gold. So I guess what I wanted to say is if you saw the Wayne Goss blush launches and you thought, man, I wish that there was something that would be a little bit more usable for deeper skin tones, I think I could see this one on quite a few skin tones. Very, very deep. The highlight in this one might get a little bit like too icy on your skin, but I would think like this would work for a lot of people. So they have some other beautiful colors as well. And again, these are 13 bucks. 13 bucks. Like, already highly endorsed. I'm gonna see how these wear, of course, because if they're like gone in 2 hours, maybe not so much, but so far, so good. Well, I'm already feeling like I am ready for summer, but we're gonna move into the eyes. I do have a couple shades of the Glam Attack liquid shadows. So I have the shade Aphrodite, which is the first shade that I got. This is in that video that I did, my original video, because I got one of their like sets. So it had a lip liner, a lip gloss, a couple other things in it. Anyway, I'll let you see that video, but I'm gonna swatch it here for you just so you can see it swatched, but I did apply it in that video. It's just a nice like pinky champagne shade. Now for my second one, I'm really excited to have gotten this because Colin said that they really love this shade. This is like a pinky bronzy shade, which it's probably gonna be right up my alley. Ooh, this is super, super pretty. Yes, so I can't wait to try this on. This is, wow, look at that. It's like, it's definitely that like coppery, bronzy, not too brown and not too pink. You know, I might actually go as far as saying that this is like duochrome because it looks like a cocoa brown, but then here it definitely looks more rosy. That is very pretty. And it has these tiny, tiny little like micro flecks of pink and gold. Very, very pretty. The Aphrodite shade, this one, when I wore it, I thought that it was pretty. This was also in the heyday of like the Stila super sparkly shadows. So this is not that. These are not going to be like high glitter. They're just, they do have some glimmer to them, but they're not like glitter shadows. You know what I'm saying? So this one is just a very pretty like princess pearl shade, but we're going to put this one on. I'm probably going to end up using the bronzer to like run through the crease. I have quite a few eyeliners here to use, so we're going to kind of like play a little bit with that too within this look. So let's go ahead and throw this baby on. Now these shadows seem very, very thin, so that means that you're not really going to get like a ton of texture from these, which will be nice, but it also means that if you want like full saturation, I would think that you'd either have to layer them or go ahead and put it over like another base. Like I could see putting a Danessa Myricks Color Fix down first and then doing one of these over the top, but this could be a very quick sheer like one and done. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye and then the other, obviously, because that's what I just did. And then I'm gonna come back and layer a little bit more over the top. So I think that this could be applied with a finger with no problem, but if you know that fingers and I aren't usually friends when it comes to applying shadows, especially with my nails being so long. Okay, so that is just one very thin coat of that. It's very pretty. It's a little bit patchy though, so I'm gonna go through with the second layer. I'll zoom you in a little bit more so hopefully you can see better. Well, that's about as far as we can get, folks. I'm working on getting another lens. I would like to get a lens that can be a little bit more zoomed in, but lenses are pricey. And, you know, I'm only at like 2K viewers right now, so it's not like this has become a full-time and or profitable gig for me, but hopefully very soon I will be able to get a new lens. So I'm just gonna tap this one in this time as opposed to like buff it, just to be able to like smooth that out. Okay, that's very pretty. I'm just gonna like chill out like this for a second to let it dry. It does feel cool on the eyelids, but it's not stingy at all. I do have to say right off the bat, these, and I have not tried any of the like colored ones because I know there's like metallic greens, and these are like, I think they had shimmer and then they had metallics. These are both, I think, in the shimmery. I could be wrong, but they did have two categories of like finishes. These are fairly sheer. If the deeper shades are sheer, I think you're gonna have a hard time building them up. So if you did wanna try one of these, I would say something that just has more of that like wash of color, like this would be pretty, but I could totally see just like throwing this on quick to be able to have like a quick one and done, especially like just with a little bit of bronzer, which I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna take the same brush and take the bronzer, that Kindle shade in here. Ooh, I probably could take my blush, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take the bronzer. And we're just gonna throw this into the crease. Boy, I like looking up close, the sparkles in this shade are what make it magic. The base is a little bit sheer though. So next time I use this, I think I'm going to use it over like another shadow, probably like a cream shadow. I'll probably pull out a color fix and then pop this over the top. Oh, by the way, if you were wondering, I'm using the Fenty Beauty blending brush for this. So this is the one that I use for both the liquid shadow, the Glam Attack shadow, and just to run this bronzer through my crease. That's a beautiful, just like simple, bronzy, rosy look. I am here for it. I'll have to see how this lasts, see if it creases or not. I would say out of all the things that I've tried so far, this is the one that I'm like, proceed with caution on. I love the shade, it's very pretty, but if you're wanting like wham pigment, I don't think these are gonna be for you, which I don't think that's what they're meant for. But then I'm a little bit confused by the like jewel tone shades that they have because I can't see these building up to that amount of intensity. Maybe I'm wrong. If you have these and you think that they just like get like super high intensity, let me know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But we have several different eyeliner products here. So I did get, I think I did actually get one in black too, but I did get the liquid eye-liner. So this is the Demi Matte liquid eyeliner. I got the shade Whiskey, which is the brown shade. I think I did also though get the black. So I'm not usually a felt tip kind of girl. I usually like a brush tip like the KVD one. But this shade is very pretty. It's like this is more of like a burgundy brown. So I wouldn't say it's like a true neutral brown. It probably looks neutral right now next to that rosy shade, but this is actually the deep, deep brown. I think I did get a black too. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I have one more order that's coming tomorrow, including the highlighter brush. I was looking at that highlighter brush from the Casa Gaga collection. It's gold, it looks pretty. I went for it, it was only 10 bucks. I just don't have it yet. So that's going to be one of the things that I don't have the ability to show you. So Haus Labs right now has a couple different like pencil liners. There is the gel kohl eyeliner, and I think there's just a black shade. There might be a brown, but I think it was just the black. This is the shade Punk. Ooh, gosh, this is creamy. Holy smokes. Okay, that felt like liquid going on. So Mark from Mark Spencer Makeup on Instagram told me that this is an amazing waterline eyeliner. So I had to snag one of these. And then I also got 3 of the gel pencil eyeliners, so the non-kohl ones. So I'm gonna swatch these quick and I will show you. All right, so I lied. We actually have 5. I found one more. So the one thing that I will say is a couple of my pencils are like a little bit more down into the packaging like this. These are a sharpenable pencil, but like one of them wasn't really like this. So I don't know if it just like settled or what. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna use this as my little pointer here. So this is that Whiskey eyeliner, the liquid. And then here we have the gel kohl in Punk. Then we have Sculpture. This is like a really pretty like rusty shade. This is unlike anything in my collection right now. I really need to go through my like colored liner collection. I just need to find something that really goes on the waterline. So we might have to test this out. But this is the shade Grime. It's Grime. So I just really loved this bright green. And then here we have the shade Go Diva. It's a very deep brown. And then this one is Antique Rose. That's that beautiful metallic. And they did have some metallics and some mattes. This is the only metallic that I got, because you know I love a good rose gold. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop a couple of these on. I wish that I could do like several of these. I really want to try this green one, but it doesn't really go with the vibe right now. So before we go ahead and put these on, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a smudge test here. So I would assume that the kohl one is going to smudge a little bit more, but it did say that it's waterproof. So I feel like it's probably smudgeable until it sets down. So that's that one. I probably just laid a little bit more of that Sculpture on, but these others did not move. And by the way, I was like, I was not like being gentle. I was definitely trying to go over them. So we're gonna go through, let's take that Sculpture shade, that like rusty shade. We're gonna go ahead and put that on the waterline. See, here, this is what I'm talking about. Like, look how like low down this is. I'm gonna try it now and then I'll sharpen it later, I guess, but we're gonna see how well this stays on the waterline. Okay, well, so far, I don't think I've ever had a liner go on my waterline quite this easily. I feel like I am late to the party on how great these are, but These are, I think, $18 a piece at full price. And I just wasn't sure, you know? Like, at $9 a piece, I kind of want to go back and buy all the shades. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on. It's super, super on. So what I'm going to do is take the black. This is the coal one. I'm going to take the black coal in the shade Punk, and I'm going to put this one. This is definitely like thicker. I'm going to put this one up on my top waterline. Whoa, again, super, super creamy. In retrospect, what I probably should have done was do the black shade first, let it set, and then do the sculpture shade on the bottom, because right away on this side I had to blink and I got a little bit of the black that transferred, but nothing else. And obviously if I'd done it the correct way, that wouldn't have happened. I was just excited to get a little color on. So I think what I'm gonna do, just so that we can use more of these, is take this Antique Rose and use it underneath my lash line. This one isn't, I mean, it's still definitely creamy. I guess I'm also using it on my lower lash line where like skin moves, you know what I'm saying? Especially skin on a 40-year-old. But this isn't quite as creamy as the matte shades. So this Antique Rose shade, you might not be able to see it. So I just wanted to say that it is definitely pinkier. Let me get a bigger swatch here going. It's pinkier. Oh my god, this definitely gives me like Tucana from Divina vibes, because it's got that like pink to gold shift. I don't know if you guys can even, there we go. So if you can see, it's just got that like pink to gold. Really, really pretty. So pretty. Definitely glad I picked this one up. I think I'll be using this a lot. This could even make a really good like eye base. Very pretty. I think I'll like trying it out on the waterline too. So yeah, I mean, so far I'm excited to have these. I'm here looking at my cup of liners that I have, by the way. I might have to do some inventory and see what shades I have. If this lasts on my waterline, I'm definitely going to be picking up some more shades, because some of these in here I'm using and I'm like, it's not working, it's not working. Like these LA Girl shades, I basically have to do 2 or 3 coats to get it to stick. So these are definitely like more saturated in color. I mean, granted, it's a neon versus like a non-neon, but this looks really, really great. All right, so I'm gonna go and throw on some mascara quick. We'll come back to do lips. Again, I have several things to swatch for you. Okay, so mascara's on, feeling good. Loving the eyes, no creasing as of yet. Like no creasing, and it's probably been like, what, 20 minutes, I think? So now, let's get into some lip magic. Okay, so a couple of the RIP lip liners, or RIP lip liners. So these are a sharpenable pencil liner, and I would say that these are not as firm as like the Wayne Goss Essential Lip Liner, or like, let's say a MAC lip liner, but they're not as creamy as like a Lisa Eldridge, a Charlotte Tilbury. I think that they lie somewhere in the middle. So I wanted to show you the 2 shades that I have. My newest one is Carve. This is the like pinky, purpley, ultraviolet, awesome color. And then we have Myth, which is the more like nudie one. So this is Carve, obviously, and then this one is Myth. So these are both very, very nice colors. I would say that these really do have a nice wear time. They're not like ultra long wear, but they are a nice wear time. And these are usually $16, so they'd be down to $8, $8 for a lip liner, especially like one that's a really good size like this is a good deal. So then moving into the lip glosses, these are the Riot lip gloss. I really like these. I really, really do. My first shade was Venus. Yes, it's Venus. So that's that, oh, there we go. That more like warm nudie pink, and then we have the shade Paradise. So I'm going to try to get a little closer. I don't know if you can see that Paradise has glitter in it. It's like a fuchsia reflect. And then I have the shade So Popular, and that's that like warm pink. So Venus is definitely more of like a mauvey, like a warm mauvey nude, and then So Popular is more of like a almost like Hawaiian Punch pink, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think Hawaiian Punch is actually more red than that, but that's just right away what it made me think of. So I actually ordered, and I don't have it yet because it's gonna be coming tomorrow, but I ordered the Casa Gaga gloss that is sort of like that little sparkly shade. Now I'm like, why did I get that one? They had a gold one, and then they had Granita, which I'm dying right now because I think that that one is at work. I don't have that Granita shade from the Casa Gaga collection, the La Luce Lip Glaze. I bought one right here. I'm not gonna open it up because I actually got this to put in a future giveaway because I love it so much. You know how it is, like you love something, you wanna buy it for your friends to gift it to them. So I bought it to gift to one of you down the road. So I'm not gonna open that one up, but I will put up the picture. I actually just shared it on my community tab recently, and what I'm actually gonna do is I will show you the hand swatch, because I did swatch it next to Divina Tucana, the eyeshadow, because I love that eyeshadow. I was just talking about that next to the Antique Rose liner, because it's that like pinky gold flip. But I am really curious to know how the other shade that I got compares to this one that's like in the middle. I might end up throwing that one into a giveaway too. If they look like they're gonna be close, I'm gonna have to like look up swatches, because if they look like they're gonna be close, I don't need to. I do like the formula of this. I think that these are a bit more balmy than the La Luce ones. What I need to do is throw one on my lips, don't I? I think what I'm gonna do is fill in my lips completely with Carve and then throw this gloss over the top. I think that's gonna be really pretty and like kind of a pop up against this more neutral eye. By the way, my lips still feel balmed. They still feel balmy, but they don't have any shine anymore, but they still do have a little bit of that like tint to it. So liking this so far. I'm gonna go and I'll show you what the lip liner on its own looks like, and then we'll put the lip gloss over the top. Okay, this is the Carve lip pencil right over that lip oil. It feels really good. It was very smooth, very easy to put on. Love this color. Now let's pop the gloss over the top, and I'll let you know how I feel about the finish of it. Sometimes, you know, with those glitters, it gets like a little gritty. Nope, this doesn't feel super gritty. It's maybe, I can't tell if it's honestly my lip skin or a little bit of glitter. Is that like completely gross? My lips right now are super, super dry. I'm really riding that struggle bus. So this doesn't feel gritty though at all. So I really like this combo. I really think it looks great with the rest of the makeup. Like I honestly was just like buying a bunch of pretty stuff. I didn't plan on really having a cohesive look, but I think that this came together pretty well. So I'm excited to try these other shades. By the way, I've been dashing around when I was trying to find that Granita shade. I was like, don't get lip gloss all over everything. But I wanted to show you these swatches. That is it, everybody. But that is it, lovelies. That is all the swatching. That's all the makeup that I could put on my face pretty much. I am incredibly happy with the way that this looks. The one thing that I'm realizing is I probably could have thrown on this liquid eyeliner onto my top lashes. So I'm gonna do that really quick, like behind the mascara. We'll see how that goes. Okay, there we go. So just a couple quick thoughts on this. Now, you have to keep in mind, I put this over a like glittery product, although it feels like it's set down really nicely. So I'm gonna compare this to the KVD tattoo liner, because that is like my all-time ride or die liquid liner. I do have it in both the Mad Max Brown and the black. I will say that the whiskey shade is a little bit closer to brown for me. Like the Mad Max shade from KVD is like, you'd basically think it's black. You basically think it's almost like a warm black if you didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely more of like a closer to brown. I do think it has a little bit of that like, actually, I don't know. On the eye, it could be because it's next to something that's rosy, but it actually looks a little bit more neutral now that I'm looking at it. It's also, though, I don't think the color is quite as saturated, and that might just be the brown. I can't speak for like the eyeliner itself in black, but for the brown, it's not quite as saturated. I'd probably need to go over it another time to get like super, super intense saturation. But I will also say, the KVD liner sometimes, now on my 40-year-old eyelid, sometimes it almost like dries so much that it like shrinky dinks my eyelid just a little bit, and it just feels firm. It feels like I put paint on my eyelid. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like dried paint. This feels very comfortable. It doesn't have that like shrinky dinked eyeliner look. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. It's not quite as saturated, but also it's not quite as like paint-like. I don't know how I would feel about doing a wing with this though, because I feel like I'd have to go over it a couple times. It could just be using it over this like glittery eye product too though, that maybe is like making the saturation off a little bit. So there you go. That is how I'm feeling about that so far. Like I said, I have some thoughts on this whole this whole swatch fest that we did and some products that I would definitely recommend that you pick up. So let's go ahead and talk about that. All right, lovelies, let's have a little chat, shall we? So first off, this look. I love it. I really love it. I think it's a good like hot summer nights kind of feel. You got the bronzy skin, the bronzy eye, and a pop of a lip. Love it. All right, so let's go down the, I don't want to call it a must-have list because it's like, this is makeup. Really, like none of it is must-have. But the things that right off the bat, I'm like, if you did want to buy something, this is what I'd recommend. 100% the blush and highlight. Like I right now am very tempted to go, if you know me, you know that I probably don't need any more blush. You probably know that. But right now I am very tempted to go back and snag more of these. Very, very pretty. Really enjoy this. And as I'd mentioned, I will go ahead and either pop in an edited clip or a little note here, or if I didn't, it'll be down in the description box as far as how long this makeup wears, because that will be a big part of it. Now, obviously, a big part of this makeup is going to be how well it wears. I'm not going to set this makeup at all. I haven't used any setting spray. I think it looks really great. It doesn't look overly powdery, and if you know me, you know I love a good cream product. So for me to say that this doesn't look overly powdery is a big win. I really, really, really like this, and I will make sure to let you guys know how the longevity of all the makeup went. So if you don't see an edited little clip within this video, check the comments. I will have pinned a comment there to let you know. But again, this is the Flirt and Fling little combo. I will have everything linked down below. And by the way, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you do want to support the channel and you click those links, I will get a small commission off of what you purchase at no extra cost to you. So if you don't want to do affiliate, you can just search for them yourself on the Amazon site. The next one, honestly, is going to be the Heat Spell Bronzer Duo. So I would recommend checking and seeing if there is a combo of shades that you would like. I do think I'm gonna go back and pick up a slightly lighter, cooler shade. The depth of it I actually like. I just don't think I'll use this highlighter much. I'm really torn as to whether or not to like hand this over to a deeper friend so that they can use the highlight, but I might use this highlight as like eyeshadow. Again, like I said, it could just be like a glowy wash of color moment. I could mix these two together to create a like beautiful bronze cheek, but I think I'm gonna get another one just because this, it just feels, yeah, it just feels so satiny. It feels so satiny. I really enjoy this formula. So definitely I'm gonna snag another one of these. I'm gonna get on right after this video so that you all don't go and buy them all before I can get one. But I'm gonna snag another one of these. I'm tempted. I am so tempted to get another one of these as well, but I have a lot of blush. Not that I don't have a lot of bronzer. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll put that in the comments too. What else I purchased after doing this video. All right, the other thing that I would recommend, honestly, is the eyeliners. Like, I really want to see, granted, how well this lasts in my waterline, but they were so creamy. Even if you aren't a waterline eyeliner wearer, if you just like to put something close to your lash line, smudge it out quick, if you like to leave a sharper line, if you want something that can be a base to put a fun multi-chrome eyeshadow over, whatever have you, I think that, you know, for the price of these at half off, that's a really good deal, $9. I'm really feeling confident about these because that black, ever since it set, has not smudged down onto the sculpture shade on the bottom, and the sculpture shade has not moved at all whatsoever. So that's a good sign so far. I think that those are really like the standouts for me. The PhD Hybrid Lip Oil is, it's definitely up there. Like, it feels really, really nice. I just have so many, I have so many lip products. Like, I've got a couple oils, I've got a couple balms. The thing about these though is they just, I feel like the wear time on these is a little bit longer. Okay, I just talked myself out of buying another one, and now I feel like I'm talking myself into buying another one. This would be the next thing on my list, that if you are looking for a good like lip oil with a little bit of tint, I think they did have a clear shade too, but these would be a recommend. The lip glosses, I really like this. If you like a good, not too sticky, more like a balmy feel lip gloss, it's not really like thin, it has a little bit more thickness to it, I would definitely recommend these. Now the lip liners. I think the lip liners and the liquid eyeliner and the brow pencil are all nice. They're all nice. If you need one of those things, I would definitely recommend, you know, trying one out. Like I said, I can't really say for the black eyeliner yet, but I know a ton of people really do enjoy that eyeliner, so you know, take that for what you will. Also, because it's on Amazon, you can look up reviews. That's always really nice too. Although we all take Amazon reviews with a grain of salt. Am I right? but I just feel like they're like a good average staple. There's nothing overly wowing about them, but they are very nice. So hopefully that helps you. Again, everything will be linked down below so that you can click on the things that you were curious about, but of course you can peruse and see everything because there was a lot more. I know that there are some matte lip crayons if that's something that you're interested in. I hear good things about those. I'm just not a matte lip wearer. There are eyeshadow palettes. I did not pick one up. I hear mixed reviews on the eyeshadows, and honestly, I just have so much eyeshadow. It's just not something I need right now. And spoiler alert, if you don't want to just go head over to see that Casa Gaga collection video that I did, I will let you know that I fell in love with the highlighter. I definitely recommend it. That one I did also pick up to put into a giveaway in the future, I believe. I honestly can't remember. I just put a bunch of stuff in my cart. I was so excited. And the blushes from that collection, they are very pretty. At the time, I felt like for the amount that you get in the compact, it was a little pricey, but at half off, I definitely say give them a go. It's a beautiful formula. That gelée is so, so nice. The lip gloss was super nice. I'm telling you, if you love a good like rose gold, rosy gold, copper pink moment, don't miss out on Granita. It's super pretty, but that's enough of me ranting about this makeup brand. I'm really curious to see where this brand is going in the future. I'm glad that I picked a few things up. So as a creator, I was really torn as to whether or not I should like dive into this sale, because I was like, well, if it's not just like a repackage, if all of these things are going away and everything's being rebooted, it's kind of like null and void. You guys won't be able to get these things anymore. But truly, there were some things that I'd been interested in trying, and I'm still a lover of makeup. Yes, I review makeup, but I'm still a lover of makeup, and I'm glad that I got the chance to try these for 50% off. If you want to as well, now's the time, right? So let me know. Have you had your ear to the ground? What's going to go on here? I'm curious. Is it going to be repackaging? Is everything going to be rebranded? I'm curious to see and excited to see what Haus Laboratories has coming in the future. But that's going to be it for today, lovelies. If this video was helpful to you, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like. It really does help me out here on my channel. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me, and I will see you really soon.